I'm ABC15 data analyst Garrett Archer, and I'm taking you inside the numbers on the sweeping tariffs announced by the White House and how they may impact Arizonans. So there's a lot to unpack. First, the tariff rates the White House claims countries are charging us are not tariffs at all. It's a very simple calculation. You can download the data from the U.S. Census Bureau and do it yourself. They took the balance of trade between the U.S. and whatever country, divided it by that country's exports, and then slashed that number in half. This is how it works. We export $13 billion worth of goods to Vietnam, but they send us a massive $136 billion, a difference of 90%. The same formula works for Japan and indeed every other country on the list not named Canada or Mexico. For countries that have a trade surplus with the U.S., the United Kingdom, for example, those are assigned a 10% tariff. So Vietnam is a really good example of how punishing this tariff rate is for our major trading partners. Prior to 2000, we did hardly any trade with that country. It makes sense. We did fight a war in the 60s. But fast forward to today, and imports with Vietnam are up 65,000%. Exports are also up, but only 5,000%. The White House's philosophy is Vietnam should be buying as much from us as we are from them, or we should be making more things here. But there are some things we can't make here, and one thing we can't is something you probably encounter every day: coffee. These are the top 25 importers of coffee to the U.S., and you'll notice something. They all exist between these two lines on the map, and that's because coffee can't grow outside of the tropical zone. So we import $6 billion of coffee beans every year, and the average tariff rate on imports from those countries is now 17%. So these tariffs are so broad and so deep in the economy that it's impossible to tell you what specific products will be impacted the most. But what I can tell you is businesses and consumers in Arizona bought $13 billion worth of imported electronics last year, $9 billion worth of machineries and parts, $3 billion worth of veggies, $2.6 billion in medical equipment, and $1 billion in cars. It's a total of $42 billion in all worth of imports. When you average all the rates of the countries together, it comes to 20%. There are about 7.6 million Arizonans, which means the tariff cost for each Arizonan is estimated at about $1,100. With a look inside the numbers, I'm Garrett Archer, ABC 15, Arizona.